Here we go. Yes, this is the After 9 social media show that we do every day around this time. Mike and Lisa from AM800 CKLW, The Morning Drive. Happy to be live right now on the AM800 Facebook page, as well as The Morning Drive with Mike and Lisa page, and on our YouTube channel. What's going on? You're at a different spot, and you look like you're sitting down today on the ground or something.
I am. So Craig's doing some work in our family room downstairs, and it's loud and it's noisy. And I thought, well, I'm going to go somewhere else. So here I am up in an area of our bedroom, sitting on the floor, and that's that. Can you hear me okay, though?
I can hear you fine. Yes, we can hear you fine. So that's good news. That's a start.
That's good news. What do you have? Hang on. I don't know what you're seeing.
I can see the drawers, the 3 drawers, and then a shelf, and then a glass shelf on top of that. Some photos behind there, some flowers.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, very nice. COVID numbers just coming in minutes ago, and AM800 News reporting that we have 55 new cases of COVID-19, and unfortunately, 8 more deaths.
Ooh, 8. Wow. Ugh. Those long-term care homes, man. I still don't get. Stay with me on this.
Okay, we're going.
I still don't understand how we could have gone through that whole first wave with outbreaks in long-term care, the realization that, oh my God, our elderly and people in long-term care are very vulnerable here. We exposed the shortcomings of long-term care facilities. We talked ad nauseum about how to treat long-term care workers better, how things need to be put in place, how they need to be paid more, what needs to happen, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Let's get ready for the second wave. Nothing. Here we are again.
It is pretty unbelievable, isn't it? And I was kind of saying that morning that hopefully we learn big time lessons from this, because if we didn't. You're right.
No.
From the first wave, we did not learn our lessons.
And where was all that stuff? The minister of long-term care and you know, her lip service about, oh yes, this is our number one priority. Was it? Nothing was fixed in my view. Like maybe things were a little bit better, but look at all the deaths that are occurring. And, you know, there are people out there who would be like, oh, well, they're old. They were going to die anyway. Like, I don't buy that attitude. I really don't. I mean, a life is a life. And, you know, if someone's 95 and passes away, maybe they were going to live another 10 years, like your grandmother.
You never know.
Who's to say their life is any less valuable because they're in long-term care?
Yeah.
Oh, it drives me insane.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's not.
It's not good. And, you know, we can break it down this morning that 6 of the 8 people that were announced that they passed away today were in long-term or retirement homes.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you where these deaths are coming from and you know, what's going down. So something's got to be done. Something's got to be done. So 9 close contacts of confirmed cases and 12 cases related to outbreaks. So 3 were community acquired, and 31 of those are still under investigation.
Well, that's not good news. But no. The numbers are down and they're consistent. You know, if we get through another few days with those low numbers, I think, you know, that's something to hang on to at least, right? Now, yeah, we can get the vaccines.
It's been a few days in a row now where we have been fairly low, right? So, you know, that's good news. In the 50s, I think we'll take that, considering where we were just a little while ago, where we were in the 200s and almost 300. So
right,
we'll take it. We'll take it.
What are people saying in the thread?
Mary is saying, Lisa, are you wearing bracelets? We hear something sounds like you're making noises or something. I can hear it too. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I don't hear it. Is it from my end?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? There's
Yeah.
nothing rattling, is there?
It may just be some static or something.
No bracelets. No bracelets.
Okay, I don't know. Wendy says maybe kids will be able to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Still going
Right.
to be a little while longer, right?
Yes,
Till
yes.
till the kids are back in school.
But that's right. Maybe with the low numbers, that's what we need.
Yeah.
To get our kids back in school. Absolutely.
Robert's saying, I think as it spreads in the community, it spreads to the workers, gains traction into the homes, and once it's in the homes, because of the close living conditions, it spreads like wildfire. Well,
That's
yeah,
right.
that's
That's
how
right.
it does get in, because
Yes.
these residents, from what I hear, are not allowed to leave. So
They're not leaving, and they're not having any guests either. So it is, it's the workers, but you can't blame them either. It's like, they're needed. They are needed, and I guess the whole topic around paying them more is that we've discovered a lot of these workers only are hired part-time, because a lot of these homes, and I'll say it, privately owned, only hire people part-time. So they have to work at one facility, then work at another facility, and they hop around, right? And that's an issue. Didn't we read a story? I forget what it was out of. Was it somewhere in Canada where they decided in this one town they were going to protect their long-term care residents, and everybody moved in. All the workers moved in, and no one was coming in, no one was coming out, and they just lived there all together to really preserve the lives of their residents. I don't know how long they're going to do that, but that's huge. Wow.
Yeah, that is huge, and maybe that's the way it should have gone. And I think Robert makes a good point here. Now that the workers are getting vaccinated, hopefully the spread will stop, and we can get back to not hearing about all these people passing away and everything. So yes, Lisa is on the floor. She's on the floor.
I'm on the floor. I'm sitting.
You got your elf on the shelf, and you got Lisa on the floor.
Greg's doing some work downstairs where I normally am, so I'm in an area of my bedroom that's like kind of like an office-y area.
Yeah, nice.
And there's a rug on the floor, so I thought this would be comfortable, and it felt weird sitting on my bed. So
yeah, that would be a little I don't know, a little too much information maybe, or something for.
I know Leah does it, but that's Leah.
That's Leah. That's a whole different thing. Candace says, as long as we keep up and not get too relaxed, don't need another repeat, need to get healthy, get our community back to work safely. So many people are out of work right now. Yeah, that's that's the balancing act that the government, all levels of government are trying to do, like balance between keeping people working, keeping the economy going, and keeping everybody healthy at the same time. It's a tough gig.
It is a tough gig. I don't know. Yep. I'm disappointed in our government that way.
Yeah. Well, what do they need to do, you think? More than they're doing or have done right now.
I don't think there should be privatized long-term care facilities.
Yeah, they should all be government run.
Yep. And there should be more rules and put in place, and they should be watched very closely.
Yeah, been a lot of talk about that.
Yep.
So we'll see, once this is all done, whether there are changes to the long-term care home industry. Hey, one of the big talks that we had this morning on the morning drive on AM800 is this sign, this iconic sign, right on the right side of the screen there. The Studio 4 sign will be no more. Studio 4 has been sold. And it's coming down, and something new is going up that we don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, the owners, the new owners of the property, from what I read, I think it was, what is it, a CBC story or a Windsor Star story? I'm not sure.
It's an everybody's story now.
Okay, an everybody's story. But I remember reading this morning that the owners, it sounded like they want to tear the building down and put something new there, and they say it will not be a strip club. But that Studio 4 sign, I remember the controversy when it first went up. Man,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
it was huge. And being working at a talk station, it was like the topic for days as to whether or not the owner of this place had the right to put up a sign like that, and whether or not this was allowed. And she's covered. And I think the
Yeah.
argument was, what's the difference between that and a billboard advertising a bathing suit store somewhere else? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. And Lisa commenting on our thread, listener Lisa, or viewer Lisa. I love Drew's answer to his son about that place, and that's what he told him when we talked to Drew this morning about this. That he would tell his kids that they sold bikinis there.
No, it was one child asking the people in the car as they came back from across the border, what's that place? As they look at the sign of the woman there. And I think it was his son saying to his daughter or something like that, oh, it's, where you buy bathing suits. It's a bathing
Oh, is
suit
that
store.
what it was?
Yeah.
Drew said that to the kids. Okay.
I thought that was really cute.
That was good. It was good. Yeah.
And he said he just couldn't wait for the light to turn green so he could gun it. What's that place?
Oh, hilarious. Hilarious. I'm sure there's a few parents that had to explain that sign and stuff like that comes on TV or, is on billboards and stuff like that all the time. So, but we're getting people commenting too on what should go there. It's a pretty major intersection on the West End at Tecumseh and Huron Church. It's a route that a lot of Americans see coming in and going back home from the States. So what should go there? I've always wanted, my dream is the giant beaver saying welcome to Canada, something across the street, like one of those big signs that goes across the street, welcome to Canada, with a beaver on one side, a Mountie on the other.
I at first, when you brought this up some years ago, I wasn't in favor of it. Now that I've really thought about it, I think it's kind of cool for people first, having their first experience of being in Canada, crossing the border to what? What is it? So there's a McDonald's.
Nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
There's not even a tourism welcome to Canada place anymore.
Nothing. I'm telling you, Windsor, Ontario, your gateway to Canada. Right across the sign, big beaver, big Mountie. We'll put some fake snow. Put a hockey player, everything.
Everything Canadian. Maple syrup.
Brought to you by Tim Hortons, a giant cup right on here on Church. Drive through a big donut hole to go through Tecumseh and here in Church. I love it. Tim Hortons up on your right, 1 kilometer ahead.
And it should be the federal government that pays for all of that.
Yeah, that's right. Gateway to Canada. We're welcoming everybody to our country, not just our city.
I like it. I like it. The more I think about it, yes, I like it. So,
well, maybe there's better plans for the Gordie Howe Bridge. And when you come off the Gordie Howe Bridge, because, it's all basically being redone and empty land out there. So maybe there'll be something a little more welcoming than a McDonald's. Like, I would just think, like, Americans are very naive about anything outside their country, I would like to say. And
some.
It's not painting everybody with the same brush. But, they'll probably come in and like, this is Canada. It looks like where we live.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's true. My daughter used to have volleyball tournaments in Ohio. And I remember was it Dayton? At a tournament.
Yeah.
And with my daughter's volleyball team, they would have like a Canadian flag on their sleeve. And it was such a big deal that a Canadian team came so far all that way to play. And Sarah said a bunch of them were in the bathroom and there were some American girls in there. And they were like, oh my, how many days did it take for you to get here?
Oh my God, hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, I had buddies that worked during the student program at the border too. And if any border customs agents are watching right now, tell us your stories, because he had some people come through the border and say, where are you going? Oh, we're going to the hockey game. The hockey game? Yeah, Montreal's playing tonight. And they're coming through at 6 for a 7:00 game. They thought if they just crossed the border, Montreal's there, I guess. I don't know.
That can't be true. Come on.
Sorry, a good source on
No.
that. Yeah, good source on that. So I don't know. I think. What's our slogan now? Is it still like automotive capital of Canada or something like that for the city? Is that like our official slogan?
Well,
City of Roses.
City of
Is that still it?
Roses. I think Jim Crichton's the only one that uses that.
Jimmy C does love the
He
City
likes
of
that
Roses,
one.
and nobody else really says it anymore. So I'm going to change it to Gateway to Canada, and
Okay.
we pump it up. That if you want to come here, this is your first stop. And take a look around. We got some great restaurants, yada yada yada, all that stuff.
There was once a store along here on Church, and it was across. I think it was at LaBelle.
Okay.
On here on Church. Was it a Great Canadian Trading Post?
Yes, that's right. It was in there with Scholar's Choice or something.
And Gino's Pizza or something. But people would stop. Americans loved that place because they would stop on their way to and from, and they'd pick up like, I don't know, crazy tobacco products or maple syrup or whatever. And I think there was like a carved like Canadian Indian, right? Like a native indigenous, that was out front. And people knew when they stopped there, they were going to find everything Canadian. And that was such a great spot, great Canadian trading post. Man, I don't know if it would be politically correct to even have that now, but I don't know.
Just
but anyway,
Canada stuff,
something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe I should just save this idea and invest some money and do it myself, buy some property and, make a Canada store or something. But
yes,
wouldn't be real good right now with no Americans coming through the border. See, I'm telling you, Americans don't know anything. Jacinta says, when I first worked in the States, I was asked if it was snowing in Canada. It was summer. This is what I'm telling you. Majority of Americans, they think it's freezing.
Not majority. You can't say majority.
Majority, Lisa.
No.
Majority, yes.
No, not majority.
Majority. If anybody wants to suggest a slogan for Windsor, I like Gateway to Canada. Producer Ed says, welcome to Windsor, the Rose City, 2-drink minimum.
2-drink minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they would say at strip clubs?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
2-drink minimum.
Can't just go in here and look at naked girls. You got to drink too.
But wasn't there cover?
Yeah, some places did have cover. And you pay the cover, pay for your 2-drink minimum, so you can't just sit there and look at naked girls. You got to pay up. You got to drink up.
Okay, honestly, truly, can we just get rid of strip clubs? Like, it just seems so wrong. I mean, not just morally, but it's just like, who cares anymore? It's like you can see that stuff anywhere if you're a guy and you want
I got some great websites bookmarked right on my browser I can send you if people are interested. I mean, that's what killed strip clubs, I would think, internet porn.
In this age of political correctness and, women and equal rights and all that kind of stuff, are you surprised that they're still around? Seriously? Like, or is it like, go along with the oldest profession in prostitution and all of that, and
I guess
it'll be there forever. I don't know. I'm surprised that men actually pay to go and see that kind of stuff still.
Well, can't work it. You don't got game and you want to get the touch and feel and look of a woman. Where are you going to go? Internet or strip club?
Touch and feel? What do you mean?
Well, lap dance type thing,
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this just seems so old. Like, I don't know, but what would Vegas do? I mean, Vegas is changing too, isn't it? Like, it's not the biggest Sin City. They cater and are trying to cater to more family-oriented fun these days. What?
They tried that back in the 90s, I think it was. Try to go circus, bring your family, and it bombed. I didn't think they were doing that anymore. Vegas should be Sin City. Every type of debauchery you can think of should be in Vegas. There's enough places to go for your family. Go to Disney World. Leave Vegas for the rest of us.
But if people aren't buying into it anymore, I mean, maybe that's why they're looking to expand or go in a different direction. Maybe it's like, I don't know. I don't know enough about that stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're trying to be family friendly anymore. As far as I know, I'm sure there's a few places, but gambling, booze, shows, all that stuff. Leave the kids at home. We'll see you at Disney World. Leave Vegas alone.
Yeah, I haven't been to Vegas in a long time, but
Yeah, I haven't either, but I've been like 4 or 5 times, I think it was, and it's a good time. It is a good time. Okay, we were going to get to a topic on internet spam and stuff like that. We'll save that for tomorrow because we're well into this and we got off topic and all that stuff. We gave away how much this morning on our AM800 headline contest? $550?
$550, yep.
Solid haul.
It is. And I think if you've got your wits about you and you've got your lips moving and you got them all warmed up, chances are good that you'll make at least $500. Don't you think?
I would think so. Say something 10 times in 10 seconds? Yeah.
Sometimes, it's a tongue twister. So, it depends on the day you call in.
Yep. It's all the luck and what day you get in and all that stuff. But we do it at 8:20. We look for the 10th caller to play. And you can try again tomorrow on our Thursday show between 5 and 9. And I don't know.
At 8:20. That's when we
8:20 is the time for the contest. Yes. Mary wants to know, how the heck do you get through on the phone lines? It is luck of the draw, Mary. Luck of the draw.
Yep. So just right after sports is when you'll hear us say the numbers. And as soon as we give up the phone number and tee it up, Ed unplugs all the lines.
Yep.
And it's a free-for-all.
It's a free-for-all. Lines just light up like a Christmas tree, and Ed's just losing his mind in there trying to find the right caller. One more thing. I want to talk to Terrellyn here. Says, here's a question. Why do you guys not report truthful news? I'd like to hear more about that, Terrellyn.
So would I. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what untruthful news do we report to you here on After 9 and AM800? Another comment. Yeah, that's it. Let's invest millions into another city pool. Let the taxpayers just keep paying for this bullshit.
What city pool?
I guess the Aquatic Center.
Well, how did that come up just now?
I don't know. Random thoughts from Terrellyn this morning. Maybe it's another social media show that we're missing out on.
Did I blank out for a second? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I did too. Did we talk about the Aquatic Center? I'm not sure. Terrellyn, we'd love to get more thoughts here on our news, though, about our news not reporting the real news. I have a feeling Terrellyn is a Trump supporter. That's just my guess.
Or an anti-masker.
All the time that we are given the left-wing liberal agenda each morning. Joe Biden sends us a fax because he doesn't even have email. And he sends us a fax, and we read the curly papers that come through the fax machine of the agenda for that day to try to push the left-wing liberal agenda. I think it's so funny that people think that we're told what to say.
Yeah.
It's acceptable. And I hate politics to begin with, and I don't support either side. I support the party of common sense.
Party of common sense. That's a good one.
I want to start.
Yes. And in your party of common sense, you need to raise funds for the welcome to the Gateway to Canada deal you've got going on there.
There you go. Oh, here we go, Terrellyn, because you guys are talking about investing into more projects.
But how is that? Now, is that not real news? What?
I don't know.
We're just talking about ideas.
We're not saying it's going to happen. There's not going to be a giant beaver. We're not reporting a giant beaver on here on Church and becomes a yet.
Oh, okay. On that note, I'm out of here.
All right, we're all out of here. Get up off the floor, Lisa. Go downstairs. See how Craig's doing on that thing. We'll see you tomorrow morning on AM800 beginning at 5.